Next, we have another guest, Sir Varun Kumar Pandey, sir. Varun sir has come all over from Bangalore, and Varun sir has passed out in '99. He is from 1995 batch ECE, and he's a passionate BITian. He's working for BITOSA Global now. After he graduated from BIT, he worked for Satyam Computers for 3 years. Before joining a startup, Winforia Networks, which was taken over by Motorola. He joined second startup in 2004 named Airwana Networks and left it after PE guys took over the company. His love for his startup made him take the third chance, and he joined yet another startup along with another senior BITian in 2012. 2014, he bootstrapped his own startup, which is building now in real estate infra development space. He's a real champion BITian working for BITOSA Bangalore and later for BITOSA Global from last 12 years. As secretary of BITOSA Bangalore from 2004 to 2012, he worked consistently to make BITOSA Bangalore a vibrant community of BITians for personal and professional networking. I welcome Sir Varun Kumar Pandey, and I request him to address us and tell us how we can proceed further and strengthen BITOSA Pune chapter. Sir.
Good morning, respected seniors and friends. It's an absolute honor and privilege to be here with you today. So can I get my slides? I've got a small little presentation, so just to cover what exactly we have at BITOSA Global, which each one of us can leverage across the chapters. When BIT Mesra was celebrating its golden jubilee year, and BIT reached out to us and then they said that why don't you do a gathering of BITians, and we'll celebrate golden jubilee year across India. And Bangalore also we tried, and we got around 400 plus people in 2004 for the first time. And that was a family event, 423 registered members and more than 500 people actually participated. And that was the biggest gathering until date we got in Bangalore. And we couldn't break that record even today. But the good part was that we kept meeting, we kept interacting, and we did almost more than 50 events in Bangalore until date. We have finished more than 50 events. And so the whole purpose is that we kept meeting, and then a lot of good things happened after that. And so can we move to the next slide, please? So as I said, we are absolutely thrilled to be here. Mr. Burman and myself on behalf of BITOSA Global, and I personally on behalf of BITOSA Bangalore as well. So actually, as I mentioned, 10 years back, absolutely scattered, few chapters, absolutely scattered, and nothing much serious was happening. And 10 years down the line, we have 8 successfully running vibrant chapters across the globe. And we have got 3 more in the pipeline. So we have Bangalore, Delhi, Calcutta, Mumbai, Pune now, Jaipur, Gujarat, and Silicon Valley. Jamshedpur is always there. And we have lined up Silicon Valley, Lucknow, and Hyderabad, and Chennai. So these 4 is targeted in next 1 year's time. And certainly there is value, and that's why these chapters are consistently meeting and leveraging each other's capabilities. So there's certainly value, and that's why, if there is value, then only something will persist. And that's the idea, that's the idea why it is carrying forward. Go to the next slide, please. Yeah, so these are some stats you can just go through. And when we started, we were like 500 people in Bangalore, and another 500 people in Delhi, and another 300 people in Calcutta, and so on and so forth. But in 2012, we realized that why don't we just try to come together? And it was insistence of Mr. Burman and people from Delhi and other chapters also. And we bootstrapped BITOSA Global because we thought there is a value. We believed that there is a value if people leverage each other's capability for personal and professional growth, not only within the city, but across the cities. And trust me, you'll be surprised to know how many jobs people have got at different stages of their life. You know, there are people who have leveraged job opportunities sitting in US using the network in BITOSA, using the network of BITOSA sitting in Bangalore or Delhi or Calcutta or places like that. So we absolutely believe, and that's why there are teams which are working in all these chapters. There is an extremely supportive team in Bangalore. There is very, very passionate team in Delhi. Under Mr. Burman, there's a very, very passionate team in Calcutta as well. So it's happening. We have like 8,000 plus BITians. Honestly, we have 50,000 plus BITians across the globe. We have been able to reach only 8,000. So we still have to cover 42,000, and we keep adding another 10,000 every year. So the numbers are humongous. Just try to understand, if we are 8,000 and this is the impact we are creating, just imagine once we are 5-folds more. How many bootstrap companies will do, how many companies will do, how many jobs will create. So that's the idea of doing this network. Can you go to the next slide, please? So I mean, these are all stats, yeah, so these are all repeats. Can you just go to the next one, please? Yeah. So now I'll quickly go into a little bit of what exactly we created. So initially, like all of you, we kept meeting for mostly fun and picnics and socially meeting each other and having fun. And in 2009, we realized that we should somehow try to give it a professional professional value to it. Otherwise, it will be difficult to sustain. And then we created a brand called BITOSA Leadership Summit. And the idea was to invite one of the distinguished BITians who has done exceedingly well in his respective career field and showcase it to him. Because the problem is, we all are doing our job and we really don't have role models from our community who inspire us. So the first thing we realized, which is important, is to showcase the role models which are already existing, just that we are not aware about them. So we created this, and we invited Devan Sharma in 2010 when he was president of Standard & Poor's. And then we got huge media coverage, and then all the chapters came together and things started rolling out. And after attending this event, he went and downgraded US rating from AAA plus to AAA. So, that's what happened. And after that, in 2012, we formed basically BITOSA Global, and 4 chapters initially came together, and now we have 10 and another 3-4 lined up. We look forward to have 25 chapters spread across the globe, where each city you go, you have people, you can connect with them, you can do your businesses there, you can leverage it for jobs, you can leverage it for your own personal professional growth. So that's the idea. Yeah, and the second one, can you go to the previous one, sorry. The second very important thing which we are trying to do is, BITOSA Global Conclave, as Burman said, covered, is already a showcase event, which is where we showcase not only BITians, but we showcase the capability of BITians to outside world as well, and it's a very large scale event. The next one, which is very, very unique as of now, and it's an experiment which is showing good symptoms, is BITOSA Innovation Conclave. It is right now stationed at Bangalore, but the idea is to bring in and showcase budding entrepreneurs, irrespective of which age and which batch they are, and then try to connect them with FICCI and NASSCOM and angel investors and venture capital firms and existing and successful entrepreneurs and CXOs for mentorship and funding. So there's an event which Bangalore chapter has been doing from 2012 onwards. This year they have lined up their 5th event. And last year, they have already mentored around 20 companies, and a bunch of those companies have already graduated to a Series A level funding. Series B and further we have to see. And this year also the event is planned. Can go to the next one. Yeah. So now, what is the vision for BITOSA Global? What is BITOSA Global 2.0? And we use all these jargons being in IT. So the idea is to connect as many BITians across the globe as we can for bonding, learning, caring, and sharing. I mean, that's the vision and mission statement we have. Can you go to the next one, please? Yeah. So these are just for you to refer, and I'll share the slides. I'll be happy to share the slides. But the idea is to connect and Network, keep meeting. And I was meeting the team yesterday evening, the core team of affairs, along with Neha and Asim and everybody. And I told them, look guys, for the first time when we did in Bangalore, we got like 400, 500 people. And the next event, just take a wild guess what was the number. It was 35. So 500 to 35. So trust me, 35 was heartbreaking, but we kept doing it. Because what are we losing? You're not losing anything at all. We'll certainly gain something. You are bound to get something if you keep meeting people. You'll get business, you'll get personal interest, you'll get favors. And at times, there is something which is extremely, extremely critical for you, and it is just one phone call job for somebody else. It's just that you don't know it. So we believed in this philosophy, and we kept working, and here we are. Can you go to the next one, please? Yeah, so now BITOSA Global, I'll be very specific what exactly we are offering and where exactly we need support from you. So the thing is, we have created a global database. We have created a website which is done by a professional company, Alma Connect, and that's a startup. And they have given a framework, and we are using the framework. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to create your profile using Facebook and LinkedIn. What happens that most of the time, if you use your mobile number or email IDs and things like that, there is a chance that you will misplace. But once you go with Facebook and LinkedIn, there's every likelihood that you will retain that. And there's automated facilities where it keeps updating the database every 15 days. So please go to the website, register yourself, invite your batchmates, and make sure more and more people will be able to see. Next, what happens is, if you want to, what we are trying to do further is, if you want to search for people who are BITians in a specific business domain, or in a specific batch, or in a specific company, you'll be able to actually see all those things. So my request will be to go leverage that, invite people, and then try to tell us what exactly is still missing, and we'll try to work on that. So that's one thing which we are doing. There are 8,000 people, 1,200 plus active users, and these are all data. You can go through yourself, and slides will be available. But the idea is that please go connect to the network and be there. And there's a sample page of the website. If you go bitosaglobal.org. Yeah, can you go to call to action, please? Yeah. So this is what we are actually expecting from you. Please go register yourself, and then try to bring in more and more people. Being connected always helps. It doesn't take anything away from you. It just gives you something. Become a mentor and angel investors, because we are going to create platforms where we'll try to identify mentors across business segments, across industry verticals and things like that, and people who wish to invest in different startup companies and things like that. We'll provide them opportunity to come as the angel investor. So right now it's happening in Bangalore, but tomorrow I'm very sure you all are capable. You can do an event like BITOSA Innovation Conclave for Pune, and we'll be thrilled. We'll be able to provide you all the support which Global does to any other chapter. We'll be more than happy to share that with you, and you should do an event like that. You should try to bring in, because unless the young guys come, please don't take any offense, but unless the young guys actually come and engage with us, it is not going to sustain. It will actually fizzle out, and that's the it took us really, really long time to figure it out, but thankfully now there are young guys who come because they want to see value and they want to engage, and unless we give that value, it is not going to sustain for a very long time. Fine. Yeah, and from chapters, the only ask, please join hands, please connect, please come back. Please ask questions. You have any queries, anything, our numbers, everything is available. You have your ambassadors and my number is always available. Give us a call, ask questions, ask what you want. We will be more than happy. Probably will not be able to support on everything, but whatever we can, whatever areas have major stakes involved, we'll do that. Yeah. One more interesting thing we have done recently is, what we are trying to tell people is, jobs is a very, very important thing. The dynamics of job market is very, very critical these days. What happens is that, and each one of us know that there are jobs available at a certain place, and there are a bunch of guys who are actually looking for a job. So we need forums to actually connect both these streams together, and that is what we have done is, we have published a specific email ID. If you have a requirement that I need XYZ kind of job profiles for myself, please send it to this particular email ID. Or you can actually go and post that job there on the website. And actually newsletters will be sent across the globe to all the BITians, and whosoever is interested will actually come back to you. In job market, the biggest problem is that the guy you are hiring, you really don't know who this person is. It's a big problem. BIT gives you that validation that the person you are hiring is actually a genuine engineer who has got a background, who has got a profile. So on that aspect, actually, you're not goofing up. You'll be surprised to know how many billions of dollars, if not millions, if not billions, or at least how many hundreds of millions of dollars are actually spent on background verification and things like that. So all those things actually BITOSA Global is going to provide you. So anything related to jobs, you know where to write. You need a job, please reach out, because there's a consolidated database. We'll actually be able to share you back, look guys, you know, these are the kind of jobs you're looking for, and actually these are the jobs available with BITians, and he's the BITian. And then we connect you, right? So that's a very special initiative, and we are very sure about success of it, because we have seen in parts and fractions it has been working, but we are trying to streamline it, right? Next one, please. Yeah, so these are three major things coming up. BITOSA Silicon Valley meetup is planned. I'm closely working with the team. One Mr. Arup Zutsi, who is global president of Frost & Sullivan. He is actually heading his initiative along with Mr. Naren Bakshi. And the team is looking really nice. One of my batchmates is actually driving it. So Silicon Valley looks very professional. They are really gung-ho, and I'm very sure they'll do fantastically well. The next one lined up is Innovation Conclave. So this is given in terms of dates when we are going to. The firm dates I have not given because the firm dates are still not finalized. Bay Area meetup, they have 7th, they have a meet, and then subsequently they'll do a big gathering like this in Silicon Valley in the month of May. We'll publish the dates. Then Innovation Conclave is finalized to be done in August in Bangalore. All the entrepreneurs, angel investors, venture capitalists, please come down there, see how it happens, and I'm very sure you can do it. You can do actually better than that. And then Global Conclave, of course, is there in Mumbai, and we all need to work and license around Mumbai team to make it a huge success as it has been in the past. Last one, please. Right, so these are your handles, social handles, and that's a toll-free number, global toll-free number. It's not any individual's number. If you just call it up, even if the call is not responded, somebody will reach out to you in a short span of time. WhatsApp, we are not creating, I mean, there are different vibrant chapters which are independently functioning, and that's the way any organization actually organically grows. So let it happen, it's a lot of fun, and that must continue, but at the same time, unless you connect to the bigger platform, you'll not be able to leverage the other chapters' capabilities. So my last request to you is, please connect on these handles and leverage the opportunity. Thank you very much for your time.